Welcome to my channel, Mama Reptilia, where I'm a mama to many reptilias. I got these orbs from Dollar Tree and I sanded them down. And they usually have them in the springtime, but this year they had them all year round. So I sanded all of the nooks and crannies on this orb down with a sandpaper block that I also got from Dollar Tree because you really want the glue and the moss to stick onto the orb. I got this Fluker's green moss that actually stays green. I've used it in other videos before and I kind of like shredded it so it would be as flat as possible because you don't want thick pieces in layers. I used wood glue only because I was at Home Depot and I didn't feel like going to a different store to get Elmer's glue, but you can use Elmer's glue as well. And I got the paintbrush from Dollar Tree. So you want to put a huge glob of glue. You don't want like a stroke like that second stroke. It's too thin and the moss won't stick to it. So put lots of glue on and then you want to kind of like press it down. I did section by section as I went, and you just want to keep pressing the moss down as best as you can. And it's a bit tedious, but you'll get there eventually. And if you notice, like I'm trying to separate the moss as much as I can instead of keeping them like as one like big chunk, because if you keep it as one chunk, I don't know how to explain it, but like the back layer won't really stick to it. Anyways, I eventually covered it all and I let it set for like a day. And eventually once it like dried and everything, I started to peel off the layers that never touched the glue. So like it would fall off anyways. And some of the reptiles, obviously you can't put moss with them, depending on what type of reptile or amphibian. So I didn't want any kind of like flyaways. And I also did another layer of glue once everything dried on the patches that didn't stick on properly, or it was like patchy and you can see the orb. And I did that, and then I let that dry for another 24 hours. Again, it's a bit tedious, especially since I was doing like 7 hides or something like that. But I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it looks exactly like the store-bought ones. And yeah, I think they're amazing. I use them as humid hides. I usually put some moss inside as a humid hide for like my crested geckos. In this enclosure, it's for my green keel-bellied lizard. But yeah, easy peasy.